Okay, I'm out here working on the S10 with the gas tank, and I've got me a piece of steel here all bent up, pretty thick, and I've got my frame cleaned up. You can see that frame is pretty bad right there, so what I'm going to do here is weld a new piece in, something like that. I'm going to weld to that double frame there, that inner frame, because that is solid. Then I'm going to weld to the inside of the frame, and then I'm going to weld it up there to the inside of the frame. I believe she is solid right about there on top, so I have to clear that bracket there. You can see where the bracket for the gas tank has got to go there, so I can't go put anything there. I think this will work. This will hold as long as this truck has. The body's gonna go in the cab, or the box, and everything's gonna go before too long. And the truck, as far as I'm concerned, this pretty much makes this truck worthless, you know, when you got a busted frame like that. But I'm just trying to get this repaired for my sister so she can run it safely down the road and get a few more years out of it, so she can they can upgrade to something hopefully a little better than this. But I'm going to get to tacking this in, and then weld her in all the way so I can be done with this. Well, there she is right there. I got it clamped on. Got me a little deflector here because the fuel lines are up there. I don't want no sparks going up there. I guess I'm ready to weld this in. Well, there she is, all welded up. I want to get Dad's opinion on this when he comes back. He's done a lot more structural than I have, but I think that looks good. That'll last longer than the truck, I would imagine. So hopefully I'll have the tank in a few days, and I'll be able to put that back in. I'm going to paint this tonight, and then before I put the tank back up there, I'm going to smear a bunch of grease up in there behind everything, maybe spray stuff in there, and call it good for that. Okay, so I'm messing with the fuel line here. I figure since I'm putting a new tank in and stuff, I should put a new fuel filter on. Well, you can see there that it is rusted on, and I've tried really hard to get this thing off, and it's not going to come without destroying that line. So I went to the auto parts store to get a new line because it ain't very long. That's all it is right there. So instead of, well, they didn't have a line, but they do have one of these kits here. It's a Dorman Quick Connect steel fuel line repair kit. This is 3/8 by 18 inches because that's what the S10 has there, is a 3/8 line. It comes with a 18-inch long piece of fuel line here and then a coupler. And what you do is you cut your fuel line off and screw these on together. You butt them. You butt the new line with the old line and then tighten both these fittings. It's a compression fitting. So that's what I'm going to do. But you can see this is a straight line. What I have here is a curved line like an S. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to bend this. I don't have to be absolutely perfect because under the truck you can see that this fuel line here is plastic and it's got quite a bit of movement in it. So I don't have to be absolutely perfect. I'm gonna find my bender. I bought a bender way back. See if I can't find that. Okay, I found my tool here. I don't know, it says Yellow Jacket 60390. I'm not sure what that is, but must be the brand or whatever it is. You can see I got the fuel line in. I got the first bend made in it, and you can see how this goes into the bender here, and it's got slots that the line goes in, and there's slots on this side that it goes in, and what that does is it keeps it from crushing or kinking the fuel line. Gives you kind of like a mandrel bend type thing. And this is pretty heavy line, so this is bending pretty hard, but it's hard to make a real tight bend like they got there. So mine ain't gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be close. Like I said, I don't want it to be perfect. It's hard to get real tight 90-degree bends with this because you can only put the line in so far. And another thing when bending, make sure your connector there is all the way down. You don't want to bend it and then have your connector down here or something, because you won't be able to get your connector back up. I've done that before too, stupidly, but it happens when you first do it usually. I'm going to finish bending this and get it sized up the length I need, cut the old line, and get this coupler on. Okay, this is what I got, and you got to tweak it a little bit. I put it on my knee and get it kind of tweaked the way I need it. It ain't going to come out perfect out of the flare, but you can see pretty darn close to what I need there. And I'm going to probably cut the old line around here, and then I'll trim the new line up so they butt up to each other, and put the compression fitting on. Okay, I got my line all bent. I got my old line cut off. You can see there how I'm cutting this line is a little cutter here. You can see it's got a little blade on there, and what you do is you put that around where you want it to cut. You tighten it down and you spin it around, and you tighten it up again, spin it around, tighten it up again, spin it around until it actually cuts it off. I don't know if I can set you guys up and show you this or not. I'll try. Tighten it up. Spin it. Tighten it up. Spin it. Tighten it up. Spin it. Just keep going until it cuts it. There should be nice cut. Okay, you can see this is a compression fitting these are going on with. You just slide your connector on there. Slide this deal here, this little collar on. Then you just stick it in here. Tighten up your threads here. And all that's going to do is compress that fitting onto this, and it's going to be a connection here. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to wait, I'm going to stick it up in there and figure out what angle this needs to be, because you can see it can move, and wherever that moves, you know, there's a certain way that's got to be. So I'm going to set it up there, find out what it needs to be, then tighten these fittings up. Then we'll have a repaired line. Okay, fuel line's replaced. Looks good. This looks like the right position. What I ended up doing is tightening this one down. Then I got my filter in place, plugged my fuel line back in with the new plastic clip. Then I screwed in this fuel line into my new filter, and there's an O-ring fitting on this one, so you ain't gotta go crazy on that one. Then I went in, pushed my line all the way into my compression fitting, the way I showed you. Then I cranked this one down. So should be good to go here when I get my fuel tank. Also, you can see I sprayed a bunch of lithium grease inside this repair just to get everything coated. So fuel line should be good. When I go to fire it up, I'll check all this for leaks before I fire the truck up. Yeah, okay, this fuel line is now ready for the new tank.